Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to part 18 of Basics of Python, and today we're going to talk about file handling in Python. So first thing first, what is file? File is a place where we keep information or store information or data, whatever you want to call it. And we store information so that we can refer it back in the future. Also, if we wish to share it with someone, we can share it by using this file. And back in the days when computer was not there, people used to store and share information using paper and documents. But with the recent advancement of computer science, nowadays mostly you see the electronics files. That means you need a computer to manipulate this file. When I say manipulate, you can write, edit, delete any content of a file. So some of the examples are text file, CSV file, Excel file. These are the files which is heavily used nowadays in the industry. There are some complicated files like JSON file, even XML file, and also image file and video files are also example of electronics files. Okay, so first let's discuss how to open a file. Python is a very good data processing tool. So to process any data, you need to open a file where it has information or data, and then you can retrieve it. For that, you need to use a built-in function called open. And let me write it down, open. And this built-in function loads whenever you open a Python application. You don't need to explicitly load or import any module for that one. And let's call this method of this built-in function open f. That means we are creating an object of this built-in function open. This built-in function open takes two arguments. There are many other arguments which you can pass, but two argument is very crucial. The first one is the file, where you pass the name of the file, and here I'm passing this name of file, and I'm specifying R in the beginning to tell Python that the string which I'm passing is a string, and in case if you find a backward slash, consider this one as a string rather than escape character. So this is the path where I am keeping a file, or want to manipulate a file, and the file which I'm looking for is called text.txt. As of now, I am aware that this file is not yet exist, but we're gonna create that one. Let's call it as text.txt, and this is the extension of the file. And the second argument you can pass is the mode, or the method. So not mode, but rather method. And this method could be either write, create, append, or read. So if you wish to read a text file, or any file, you specify R, which stands for read. That's read that file. So in this case, I'm saying create a object called f of built-in function open, which file I'm interested in is text.txt, and what method we want to perform, why we want to open this file, for reading purpose. So that's why I'm specifying R. If we don't specify anything after R, it will by default open this text file text.txt as a text format. If you wish to open a binary file, for example, text, image file or video file, specify explicitly B, which is the mode. That means you are opening this file, whichever you pass as a first argument, for reading purpose in a binary mode. If you wish to explicitly specify I want to open it in a text mode, then specify T after the method. That means open it in a text mode, or else simply just don't pass anything. In that case, Python will automatically consider you want to open it in a text format. Okay, now if I will just go ahead here and run it, you will see there will be an error. It's because there is no text.txt file present as of now. If you wish to create one file here, you can use X, as which stands for explicitly create one file. So in that case, if I will just go ahead and run it, you will see. Let me first save it and run it. You will see there will be a file that is going to be create in this directory, with the name text.txt, which we have specified here. Or else you can use W. In that case, let me first run it, and you will see it's not throwing an error because it has opened this file, the text.txt, in this folder for writing purpose. Okay, and if I will just go ahead and delete it as of now, you cannot delete it because we have already opened it. Uh, so what I'm gonna say, cancel and go here, and then I need to specify we need to close this file, because or else we cannot do anything with the file. So here I say f dot. When you put dot, you will see there will be a lot of things that you can do, but the one which we are interested is the closing method, and then we will specify f dot close. In that way, we open the file for writing purpose and we close it. So if you just go ahead and run it, you say now if you'll go ahead here and delete this text.txt file, it will now delete. Now, coming back to this W, which is the stands for writing method. Now, if uh, you run it, if the file is present, text.txt file in that directory, it will open it for writing purpose. If it is not present, it will create one file and and you can use you can see there is a text.txt file. Now it's being created, even if we have deleted in that file in the first place, it is now created using this, and it opened it for writing purpose. Now if there is any content present in this text file, let me open this text file and will show you what I mean. If let's say I'm saying Python, so this is a content that already present in this text file. So if I will now close it, and then go here and run this thing again. Now what it's gonna do, it it has already present, this text.txt file is already present in that directory, in this directory. So it opened the file, but you can see if I will just open this text file, there is no Python anymore here. That means this W method, this writing method, will open the text file for writing, and it will write from this class. That means it will delete all the entire content that present in the text file and start from the scratch. If you wish to add any content on the top of the things that already present in this text.txt, you need to specify this method called append a. In that case, it will start from where you left in that text.txt file. Let's first see an example of how to write something in the file. So let's specify W. You can explicitly open a file and then close it, but there's a better way, which is using the keyword with, and that we're gonna see, and we will discuss what is the benefit of using with keywords. You can use with, then say, let me copy this entire thing. I'm saying with using open text file for a writing purpose as f, which is I'm giving the name to this object open object f. Then here I can say, as of now, let me just say pass, and let me delete everything till here. And if I will just go ahead and run it, and I'm not specifying close here, anything close, I'm opening it, not closing anywhere. And that means if I will go ahead and delete here, it will throw me an error, but you can delete it as of now. So what it basically does, this using of this with keyword, it opens the file, and everything that you want to do with this method f, everything that with this object f, you pass it with this indentation. So when Python move to the next line, which is a bit lower indentation as from this one, it by default assume that you wish to close this file. So that's why you don't need to explicitly say close f, close this file. You can say it f dot close, but in that case I will show you first. If I will go ahead and run it, it will close. As of now, you can explicitly saying that close this file, but it is not mandatory, so you can get rid of this thing. So it is always advisable to use this keyword with, then use this open built-in function, and then pass the argument, everything that you wish to perform, then pass, then say as and the method that you want to do, name the object, and here in this case it is f, then do everything here. Okay, so first let's say we want to write something in this text.txt file, and for this one I'm saying text is equal to let's say I love Python. Okay, and this is the text I want to write in this text.txt file. So what I can say here, instead of pass, I'm saying f dot. In that way you will access to all the method, and the one which we are looking for is called write. And this method, by using this method you can write. So here I will pass text, and when I say save it and run it, oops, there is some error here. Okay, the text is, oh, so it's text. Now if I will just go ahead and run it, you will see, let me show you in this text.txt file, I love Python is being created. Okay. Okay. Now, next to how to write multiple lines. Uh, so, many lines you want to pass, you want to write it in the text file. So there are many ways actually you can do it. The first is using this multi-line string method. So here I will send, so for to write multi-line string, you can use 3 single or double quote. So I'm using that one only. And here say I love Python, and in the second line I'm saying I love uh, data science, and in third line I will say, I love R, or let me just say I love R Python, then say I love R, and finally I just use this I love data science. Okay, if delete, so if you close this 3 quote here, then whatever you want to append it after this one, it will start from here. But I don't want to do that. So what I can do instead, I will say slash, and in that case it will move to the next line. So this is equivalent to doing this thing. So either way, whatever you wish. So, but what I want to say is that write all 3 lines, then move to the next line and put the cursor here. So in case if you wish to write it from, append it anything, do it from the next line, not from this one. Okay, let me save it, or just delete it and say slash backslash n and run it. Now if I will just go ahead and open it, and will see you say I love Python, I love R, and I love data science, and here you can see the cursor is here, not here. Okay, good. Then what I can say is, the other thing is you can pass it, you can write it, let me go here, and you can say you can pass a list of item that you want to write. So I have already created the list, and let me copy it and paste it here. Instead of text I will say text list, and it actually what it does, I'm saying this list has 3 elements, which is I love Python, then the next line, move to the next line, then I love R, move to the next line, then I love data science, and move to the next line. Now if I will just say text dot underscore list, list, and if I will just go ahead and run it, oops, there is some error. Argument must be string, not a list. Oops, sorry guys, it's the method which you are looking for is not write, but the write lines. So in that way you actually pass a list of things, and then you can write it. So either you can use the multi-line string, or you can use this write line method, and then you can pass the list of things that you want to write in the text file. Now if I will just go ahead and run it, you will see everything is written here. I love Python, I love R, then I love data science. The same thing what we have done a bit earlier. Now Let me go to the Python file, and here let's say we want to append something, and the one thing that I want to append here is called, let me delete everything till here and say text2, and here I can say this is fourth line. Let's keep it simple. This is fourth line. And here if I want to append something, then I cannot use up W. In that case, it will just delete all the content what we have created and just start from the scratch. In that case, you will see the result. This is fourth line. And what you can say, instead of W, you can write A, that stands for append. And here you, instead of write line, you can say, you can also use write line, but here I'm not interested to write line using a list of text. What I can say, write, and then say text. Now if I will just go ahead, save it and run it, you will oops, text is not defined again. And is text2, sorry. And if I will just go ahead and run it, you will see in this text.txt file, this is the fourth line which is being added, and everything looks fine. So let me close it and then go to here. And the last thing which we're going to talk about is read, how to read something. We have already write many things in this text file, so let's start reading it. And there is three different way you can read it. First is read method, and here I can say read, and here the argument which it takes is called the size. But if you don't put anything, or you if you put size in the negative, as a negative number, then it will, and the entire thing will be print. So here I need to say print, or else I cannot see anything. So let me do that and say print. And if I will now run it, you will see I love Python, I love R, I love data science, and this is the fourth line. And this is how you can, read a file. And here we are not specifying anything. That means we are reading it in a text mode. If you specify a B, that means you want to read it in a binary mode. The second way you can, or you can, this one is not very optimized way. The better way is to, for reading lines for a file, you can loop over file object. And this is very memory efficient. And let me show you how you can do that. So here you can say for line in uh, f, then colon, and here I can say print, instead of f dot read, I can say line. Now if I will just go ahead and run it, you will see it actually printing the same thing what we have seen in the previous example. So this is the second way, which is not explicitly defined in the Python, but you can not explicitly mention if you read a textbook of Python, basics of Python, but this is a very memory efficient way. You can use it, and you will see the result if you have a very long text file to read. The other method is called the read line. In that way, it actually read one line at every execution, then move it to the next line. So what I can do, instead of right here, I will say print. Then here I can say f dot read line, as if line not with s. Okay, singular. Now if I will just go ahead and run it, you will see it only print the first line. Now, if we want to, we execute one time only. So if we execute it the second time or third time or even fourth time, it will go one by one, and every execution it will just return the read one line, then move to the next line, read that line, then move to the next line, and so on and so forth. And the last way you actually can read a file, where is that one? Yeah, so that called read line. So instead of line, you say S. In that way, it is very similar to the write lines. So you will, as you can guess it will return a list of thing. Um, so let me show you. It will run it and will show you. So you will get a list where each of this item of the list is the one line of the text file. So I love Python slash n is the first line. I love R slash backslash n is the second line. I love data science slash backslash n is the third line, and this is the fourth line. So all four items you can get it using uh, for read lines as a plural lines. So that's how you can manipulate a text file. And this is where we will pause. In the next tutorial, we will see how you can manipulate or handle a CSV file, which is the next best way to share or store information. If you have any question till now, please feel free to post your comment in the comment section. I will try to assist you there. Or else, thanks for watching. Thanks for all your likes and subscription. Until next time, cheers.